Hello everybody. So through this session we'll discuss next story of Beehive, that is Pecking by Jerome K. Jerome. However, this is an extract from the Three Men in a Boat. Actually, this is a story of three friends. One is our narrator, author only, Jerome K. Jerome, and other two are George and Harris. However, there is the fourth character also in the story, that is Montmorency, and Montmorency is a dog only. Actually, our author, Jerome K. Jerome, he used to say, or he is rather proud of himself, that he was very good at many of the things, and that he used to them do them all those things so perfectly. And out of those many things, one thing was packing also, that he used to think that he was the best packer in the whole world. And that's why when there was the need, they were going to uh, tour only, on a trip only, so he offered to pack. However, uh, George and Harris also, they both readily accepted the offer, and one lied on the easy chair, and other cocked his legs on the table. uh, However, author Jerome K. Jerome, he did not like their reactions actually. What he wanted to boss the job actually. He wanted that he should be the supervisor kind of, and he should direct them, and they would follow his directions while packing only, but they entirely left the job to him. So Jerome is saying that he used to hate this kind of attitude, and this is the most hateful thing in the world for him, that he alone is working and somebody is sitting in front of him doing nothing. But then also by he got irritated also, then also he started packing only, and they were just watching him. Okay, then after that he kept all the things in the bag, and it seemed a little bit longer job than he thought. He thought that he would finish the job earlier, but that it took a little bit longer to him. Now finally he sat on the bag and strapped the bag tightly, and uh, just that time only, as he strapped the bag, Harris asked him if he would not put the boots in. Okay, and then Jerome turned around and he saw that he had left the boots outside only. So Harris was just waiting for that moment only actually. He knew from the very beginning only that boots were there, and he knew that the things were outside. So when he had packed and he had left the boots only outside, he was waiting only the moment bag will be shut, it will be strapped only, he would ask him that if he would not pack the boots or not. So and then he started laughing only, he made fun of him only, and that irritated the narrator Jerome. So he again opened the bag and put the boots in. So as he was closing the bag only, that time a horrible idea struck him. Uh, that What was the horrible idea? Whether he had put his toothbrush in or not. And Jerome told us that he does not know himself also, that how and why this happens every time. This is a kind of a very horrible idea, and his toothbrush used to always haunt him again and again. He said that he never understood why this happened to him, that he never know whether he has packed his toothbrush or not. And then Jerome told that it used to be many a times whenever he was on traveling, this about his toothbrush he never know, and this used to haunt him again and again. He used to have dreams while sleeping only, that he has not packed his toothbrush, and then he used to get up and all perspiration, all in sweat, and then he used to get up and then he used to search for his toothbrush, and finally he used to find out the brush in the bag only, and then he used to put the toothbrush, pack the toothbrush again before using that in the morning, and then in the morning again he used to get up, he has to again reopen the bag, take out the brush, and then he used to forget about packing it again, and at last what he has to do, he has to wrap that in the handkerchief only, running to the railway station carrying the toothbrush in his hands only. So he used to say that was the trouble with his toothbrush always. So now coming back to the point only, that time also he horrible idea struck to him whether he has put his pack his toothbrush or not. So again he opened the bag, and now taking out each and everything out of the bag and holding it in the air, shaking it also whether the brush was in or not. But he found George's or Harris's brush 18 times while finding his own, but his own brush was not found there. And finally, at last, it was found inside a boot only. And then he repacked the bag or his toothbrush also again there. When he was done with the packing, then again George asked that time whether he has put the soap inside or not, and irritated totally that time Jerome told him that he did not care whether the soap was in or outside only, and then he just in a fit of anger only, he sat on the bag, closed that, strapped that bag tightly, and then suddenly he found that he had left his spectacles inside only, his spectacles, and then he had to again open the bag and took out the spectacles. So it was already 10, around 10:05 when he finished his packing. So it was now turn, many only hampers were left only. Hampers kind of baskets only, in which those plates, glasses, and all the vegetables on such type of crockery and all these things used to be put. So now as he was totally irritated by that time, tired also. Now George and Harris, they offered to pack the hampers. Actually, they offered to pack hampers just to show that packing is not that much difficult, and that they could also do that easily and comfortably also. And they started in a very casual manner, very happily and very easily, in a easy manner they started packing just to show that how to do it. They were just showing it to Jerome only, the narrator only. Jerome said that he did not make any comment. He just sat aside, and he just sat there waiting only. He knew that the soon things will become exciting. He knew about George and Harris. He said that about Harris. Harris is the worst packer in the world. And then what had started? They started the excitement just by breaking a cup only, and that was just a kind of a trailer only, just to show only that what else they could do. That was a beginning only, just to make things interesting. After that they made many of the mistakes, they did many funny things, they did many mistakes, and they broke things, they smashed things also. Harris packed the strawberry jam at the top and then put tomatoes under that. And later on, tomato was squashed totally, and that later on it was to be taken out with the tablespoon only, with the help of tablespoon, the squashed tomato. Then it was George's turn. He he walked over the butter, and that stuck to his slipper. So later on they tried to take that out also, and putting that into the kettle, and the butter was not going into the kettle, and what was inside the kettle, that was not coming out. So later on finally they got it out and then put that on the chair, and later on George sat on the chair, and the butter was on back of him. So all the while then later on they were trying to find out the butter to pack, and it was nowhere, it was on the back of George only. So they George also was revolving round and round, and everybody was searching. And finally, when it was seen also, then also George was turning where. So that time it was author told that they did many things with the butter. They stepped on the things, they put the things on their behind, and then they were searching for them. They upset the salt everywhere, and did many of the mistakes and did many of the funny things. So all this confusion was created there. Things were spreaded all around, and they were not able to hold them. They were not able to pack them properly. Then only they reached Montmorency. Montmorency is the fourth character in the story. That was a dog only. About Montmorency, Jerome told that it was Montmorency's biggest ambition in his life to get in somebody's way, and then get scolded. So he tried to reach or try to go where particularly he is not needed, where he is not at all needed. He used to get there, trouble people, and make them mad totally. So when he has troubled people so much, and people started throwing things at him, people used to beat him, then only he used to feel that his day is not wasted. He has fulfilled something in life. Apart from that, to get somebody stumble over him, somebody fall over him only, and curse him, abuse him continuously, kick him, this was the highest aim in his life. Then the you can say the height of the pride was maximum for him. That time he used to, as if he has achieved the highest goal is in life. That was Montmorency's ambition. So all in all, it was a kind of a naughty dog which loved to, which enjoyed to trouble people only. So Montmorency came and he sat on things just when they were needed to be packed only. So he worked on the belief that whenever they were searching for something, whenever their hand was reaching for something, it was his damp and cold nose that they wanted to get hold of, and it used to present his nose there that time only. He troubled them. He put his leg into the jam, spreaded the teaspoons and lemons here and there. So all in all, if we say how did what was the contribution of Montmorency, he just contributed in a negative way totally. He troubled them so very much, George and Harris, while packing. So finally it was around 12:50, almost 1 in the night only, that their packing was finished. And after finishing all the packing of the hampers, they sat on those hampers and saying also that they were hoping that nothing should be broken. And how can you imagine that you will sit on the crockery and crockery will not be broken? And finally the it was over and they went to sleep only. Then next day they had to go for the trip only. So that was all about the chapter packing. Thank you.